From October 31, the Glasgow Climate Conference will kick off, but what actually is it? Running for 2 weeks, the Glasgow Climate Conference will see leaders from around 200 countries come together to discuss their plans to tackle climate change. Following the 2021 IPCC report, which detailed a code red for humanity, Glasgow is seen as the most critical meeting of world leaders and experts on climate change since the ratification of the 2015 Paris Agreement. Now, I've just mentioned a whole bunch of letters and numbers. Let's break this all down and see what it has to do with France. Back in 2015, an international treaty was signed in Paris by 197 countries. They agreed to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees compared to pre-industrial levels. According to the UN, in order to achieve this, global emissions need to halve by 2030 and reach net zero by 2050. Forgotten what net zero is? We have a whole other explainer right here for you. But essentially, it's reducing and taking out whatever carbon dioxide or greenhouse gases that we put into the Earth's atmosphere so that the overall change to the atmosphere is zero. Now back to the summit. What will happen at Glasgow? The attending countries and delegates are expected to outline their ambitious plans to reduce their emissions and achieve net zero targets. But for Australians, it's understood the Morrison government is still debating whether or not it will even make a formal commitment to net zero emissions. There have been recent growing tensions within the coalition around how to achieve this, since the government has said at the same time that they'll continue to dig up and export coal well beyond 2030. And what does Australia think about all this? 69% are calling for domestic action to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees and achieve net zero emissions, while 82% of us don't want any more coal-burning power stations. Now that it's confirmed the Prime Minister will be attending, all eyes will be on which policy he'll be taking with him. Over the next few weeks, we'll be releasing a series of videos that dive into the personal decisions we can all make to act on climate change. The science tells us why we must take action. Subscribe and we'll show you how.